Okay, we are going back home. Where was I actually? Yeah, I finally did something about the noise. And if you wonder what I'm talking about now, okay, then I was talking about what happened this morning, or what, I don't know. It's not just happened today or yesterday. It's been happening for the last 3 months or so, every day, many times, okay, on a daily basis. And today is the day that I finally couldn't put up with it any longer. So I did something about it. I searched it on the net to see if there were other people having the same kind of problem, and there were actually some people talking about it on the net, okay. But some people said that you shouldn't contact the police because it's not a crime or anything. So you should tell some other public institutions like word office. Is it okay? Word office, city office, which deals with this issue, this kind of issue. And a ditch in front of your house, okay, is not yours, but it's public. It's public. So in the first place, you shouldn't put anything on such ditches. Okay, ditches, is it okay? Plural form of a ditch. But some people put some plastic board or iron board or some kind of board. Is it okay? Board made of silicon. I don't know, but okay. But it's not allowed in a true sense. Okay. And then I decided to call. I searched on the net, and it said that I can't say what I'm thinking in English very effectively because I don't know. I'm not good at speaking. Okay. One page says that you should call your word office or something. So I called them. There is this telephone number, and it's from the nearest or word office. Okay, I called them, and this young lady, very sweet voice, okay, young lady, answered the phone, which was good for me, which was relieving for me, because if the person things would have changed depending on the person who answered the phone, right? If the person is a very strict, difficult to please kind of person, then it would have made me feel pressured more, right? More pressured. But thank goodness it was a very kind sounding young lady, and I explained my problem, like I have a neighbor who is making this huge noise every time. The neighbor, they try to get their car out of their parking lot, or they try to I don't know how to say this, get their car into the parking lot, okay, and they do this many times a day, and for such a long time, like more than a few months, haven't seemed to do anything about this. So it was high time for me to do it myself. But since I'm just one person and I don't have any authority to stop them, okay. And I told her about this, okay, and she asked me my address or in which address, on which address this is happening. And but I told the person, the girl, the woman, that I wanted to be anonymous, okay, because if my neighbor knew that I was calling, okay, I was informing, okay, then my neighbor would feel bad about us, right? Me, okay? Now this is the last thing I wanted. So, and she, okay, answered my problem, but it was not nice. I mean, unfortunately, they didn't deal with problems happening between ordinary people, okay, ordinary households. If it happened to a store or some kind of organization or something, then they should be the one to deal with the problems, okay? But since I'm an ordinary person, ordinary household, and this sound is happening from this ordinary household, so they can't deal with this. And so I wished they could have told me before I had told them where I was living or where this thing was happening, okay. But anyway, and I had to hang up the phone, okay, because I knew that there would be nothing, right? There would be nothing that would help me. Okay, then, and I searched on the net again, and even though some people were talking or saying that you shouldn't consult with the police because it's not such a big deal, it's not a crime or anything, so that things would become even more serious if you told about it to the police or something. So, but okay, this website, okay, somewhere this website said that this 4-digit number starting from the sharp, okay, sharp and with 4-digit number starting with the number 9. I don't remember exactly what they were, but what numbers were made of this telephone number, but it's 4-digit numbers, okay. And I called them, and it's I mean the police number, okay. But if I call them, it's not a police station or anything. It's just 4-digit numbers, and I even didn't know. I don't know what this number would lead me to. Okay, and I called them, and there's this elderly person answering the phone, and I talked about my problem to him. And I think he used to be a police officer, or he's now a police officer. I don't know, but okay. Anyway, his voice was a bit difficult for me to catch in the first place, and his way of talking was a bit difficult for me to understand somehow. I don't know, but he has this very strong, I don't know, strong,癖が強い. I don't know how to say it in English, but his way of speaking is very particular, I don't know, strong, okay, anyway, very uncomfortable for me to keep listening anyway, and after he listened to me explaining all the things, and he told me, he gave me, okay, this telephone number, another telephone number, okay, and this is actually for a police station, and yeah, maybe my nearest police station or something, and I called them as soon as I hang up, okay, and the police officer answered the phone, and I explained the same thing again, and I was tired, okay, I was tired already. And anyway, and the police officer, and I also said to him that I want to be anonymous, okay, and he understood me, but he should know where this noise was happening, of course, because otherwise he couldn't have done anything, right? And I told them, I gave them the address, okay, and then it was kind of quick, okay, quicker than I had expected. Okay, he said, okay, we'll deal with it or something like that. But if it turns out that there is another institution dealing with this matter, then we'll ask another institution to deal with it. And I said, okay, please, or something. And our conversation finished. It was pretty quick, okay. I expected that they wouldn't deal with this matter, so it was quite relieving, but I knew that the police officers are very busy, so I also expected that they would do nothing about it. But after a few hours or so, or even a little bit before, I went out to see the parking lot of my neighbor, and there was this iron plate, right? And it was sinking in the ditch at first, but when I looked at it again a few hours later, the plate was placed on the ditch properly. So, it was different, okay? Something must have changed ever since I looked at it in the morning, okay? Just after I heard the usual noise, I looked out. I went out on the balcony to look out to see the iron plate, okay? And it wasn't placed on the ditch properly in the morning, but the next time I saw it, it was placed on the ditch properly. So something must have changed, and someone must have done something about it. Okay, and the next, and then I went into the room, and I closed the window. Okay, and then a little bit later, this noise, similar noise happened, and I looked outside, and there were two people walking just next to my neighbor's house. Okay, I looked at their face, and they were looking back because there was this noise. Okay, similar noise. But of course, those people were strangers, so they never knew about the same sound or something, right? And then I saw the husband of this house, I mean the neighbor husband. And this husband is actually a doctor of the hospital or local hospital next to the house. Okay. This hospital has two doctors. One is the father doctor, and the other is the son doctor. Okay, son doctor. Okay. And this son is the husband of this house, this family, who is living in this house, who is making that noise. Okay, who hasn't done nothing about the noise for such a long time, without whether realizing it or not, I don't know, but okay. And I saw him doing something outside of his house, and the parking lot was empty because in the morning when I heard the noise, the wife, okay, his wife, got their car out of the parking lot to go out. Okay, so there was no car inside their parking lot, but the husband was doing something in the parking lot. And then I tried to look at the iron board, what it was doing now. Okay, and I realized that there was nothing on the ditch. The iron board was missing. It was gone. Okay, which made me wonder why. Not why, but and I was very happy to know that, actually, because the second time I looked at the iron board, it was still there, okay, straight on the ditch, right? But the third time when I saw it, it was gone. And there was this husband, okay, that husband doing something in their parking lot, and there was the similar sound happened, right? And he was opening the door of this place inside a back of their parking lot. Okay, there's this small space, like a small garden or something, and I even don't know if they are using it as a garden or anything, but I think that he put the iron plate in that space, and he was actually opening the gate of that small space, garden or something. Okay, and I think that he put the iron board inside the little space. Okay, and then ever since then, there was no sound, and every time they return or every time they go out, I always notice because of this sound, noise, right? But today, since there was no sound or whatsoever, I didn't have to pay attention to what they are doing. And I looked at their house, their parking lot, a few times today after that. One time, their car was already in the parking lot, but I didn't notice it because there was no noise. Okay. And so my problem was solved, has been solved, and I'm very, very happy about it. And thank goodness that I took an action. I took some actions myself. I always wondered if it would be good for me to do something about it, because this is a noise coming from my neighbor, and yeah, even though I'm in trouble because they are giving me some kind of trouble, but I might be the one also to give others some kind of trouble, right? I might be giving someone else some kind of trouble without knowing it. And so that is why I wasn't sure if I would be okay. I would be okay to complain about it and do something about it so that the neighbor would stop it. Do I have the authority to do this or something like that? But the more time has passed, the more troublesome it has become, and today I couldn't put up with it any longer. So I did it. I called some places myself, and this police thing, okay, did something about it. And I don't know how they solved this, okay, for me, but actually they did something to them, my neighbor, and my problem, 3 months old or even older, problem has been solved instantly. I should have called the police, or not police, but I should have done this much earlier, because these days I've been under the weather. Is it okay? Under the weather, especially mentally. And last night it was terrible. My energy level was almost zero, but I had to cook dinner, and I felt so pathetic. And I didn't know why, because my blood sugar level was too low because I was hungry. Some people feel very frustrated or, apathetic or something when they are hungry because of their blood sugar level. Is it okay? Blood sugar level. So they should eat something if they start feeling apathetic, okay, or sad, lonely, okay, frustrated. And okay, but my energy level was almost zero, but okay, I thought that I should be strong enough. I almost told my daughter about my condition, like there's something wrong with my mental state or something, and but this is not for me to ask her to do something about it for me. No. I just let her know that I'm in that kind of situation, and I tend to feel that it would be kinder for her somehow, because I'm the person who wants to be totally honest with other people all the time, because this is how I feel being, I don't know what being sincere is all about, but this is my way of feeling this way, right? This is not always right or correct, because other people have their own ways of expressing themselves, or their ways of I don't know, considering the right things. Okay, anyway, but I try not to tell my daughter anything about it. Even though I was feeling terrible, I was feeling apathetic, and I really wanted to get away or something. Okay, I was a bit scared. And I was lonely, I was under pressure, and I didn't know why. Okay, but I try not to tell everything to my daughter, because I'm the mother. Okay, my counselor I met about 10 days ago told me that mothers should be responsible for their own feelings, and because their daughters are not friends or anything, they should be independent. Okay, if their daughters were told that their mothers were under the weather, mentally, then their daughters, I don't know about sons, but their children would feel very worried about it, and too much. Okay, more than enough, and it's not good for them. So ever since I heard this, I've been careful about how to act in front of my daughter. Okay, because I knew that I have been very childish. I even tended to assume that this is very stupid, though. Okay, my daughter is my mother. Okay, this is very dangerous. This is a very dangerous idea, and some mothers do this without realizing it, and their daughters, okay, their sons or daughters, try to assuage, I don't know how to say this, comfort their own parents, which is not a very good thing, because parents should be parents, right? Parents should be adults, and children should be children. But sometimes some parents and their children play completely opposite roles, and which is not very good. Okay, and now I'm at my house. No more iron plate, right? Yeah, thank goodness. No more iron bar. I checked it now. Oh my goodness. How can I back up my car? Go right. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, thank you very much for listening if you're still there. Okay, talk to you soon. Peace out now. Okay, bye.